Hey guys, welcome to Amanda's Favorites. Today we are going to chat about my mid-year planner stack. Now I have contemplated switching my weekly planner a couple of times. I will share those with you and I'll share with you why I ultimately didn't switch. So stick around. If you've been following my planner stack videos this year, then you know that I've been bringing you along on my mental health journey with today's sponsor, BetterHelp. If you haven't heard, BetterHelp is a website that connects you with a licensed therapist who can listen to you and give you advice for whatever season of life you're in right now. If you missed my update last month, I shared with you how easy it was for me to match with a therapist and have my first video appointment from my very own house, sitting in this very chair with my walk clothes and my headband on. And that is just so convenient, you guys. My therapist was great, but I wasn't sure she was exactly the right fit for me. Doing in-person therapy, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to find the right therapist, especially if you want to switch once you've already started with someone. One of my favorite things about BetterHelp is how easy it is to switch therapists until you find one that you can really connect with. For me to switch therapists, all it took was a few clicks. I shared my preferences, and right away, BetterHelp listed 8 new therapist profiles that I could read through and choose from. If you need someone to listen and help you navigate mental health challenges or just the daily challenges of life, whether they are big or small, give BetterHelp a try. If you want to join me on my journey and try your first month of BetterHelp for 10% off, visit betterhelp.com/Amanda's Favorites, linked in the description. And I will see y'all for another update next month. Now, let's jump into my mid-year planner stack and see what has been going on. Let's jump right in to my 2024 mid-year stack. I will link down below my 2024 stack video that I started the year with so that you can kind of see where it's gone. I also did a Q1 planning update. I will link those videos for you if you need to catch up or if you just want to remind yourself where I started and what I have ended up in now. Let's first start by talking about my weekly planner. I have a big stack here next to me. This is my wellness planner, which I shared in my mid-year, my Q1 update is where I shared my wellness planner in the Laurel Denise vertical. We will get to that. But I think the best place to start is my weekly planner, the planner that I use the very most, that I call like my right-hand man. I have been in here almost the entire year. I started playing in it or testing it a little bit mid-January. And then I think I fully jumped in by the first week in February and have been in it since then. So as I chat, we're just going to flip through it. You guys know that I love this vertical layout with the list down below. I love that it's a bound book so you can see all of that at once. I love that it is 80-pound paper so that when I turn to a new week, even when my week looks this crazy, I love to mark everything out with a marker because it just helps me be able to see what is left in the week, what didn't get done, and then as I plan to my next week, I can say what was really important that I need to move over and what wasn't really important and that I don't need to move over at all. Because, every week there are things like that. I love to cover up the harsh black lines there with some washi tape. Yes, it does cover up the quote usually, part of the quote at least, but I really like having the splash of seasonal color on my page and I really like covering up that harsh black line. So I have filled in some of the monthly reflections. You can see some of them I did not. And just moving forward, I love how this has worked for me. I am using the erasable pen from Passion Planner. I chatted about these pens in my recent Passion Planner 101 video. So if you are new to Passion Planner, if you want to have the 101 Passion Planner course, I have that video up for you. I have the 3 sizes in there, 3 new covers, size comparison, and a full walkthrough of Passion Planner from front to back, showing you exactly what they offer. But I really have liked their erasable pen because they are very inky, and friction pens are not usually really inky. They're very inky and they're very bright blue, which with Passion Planner, as you can see, it's kind of a grayscale page, as I call it. And when I write on here with black, it just does not pop. And so not only do I feel like things don't show up well, I just feel like it doesn't make me very happy. So I really like a friction pen for the erasability of it, and I love this one. I've already used up one full pen, but they do sell refills as well. The one negative for me is if it's really inky, you can't write teeny tiny. So if you're someone that needs to write tiny, these won't work for you. And they're a 0.7. So obviously that won't work either. But also how this jingles when you write, but normal friction pens do that too. And I have been known to tape washi tape around my friction pens to keep that from jiggling when I write. But then, of course, you can't stick it in a bag because you won't be able to pop it back in. But if it's permanently going to be on your desk, you can just tape around that with washi tape and you won't have the jiggling. So, while Write-Tech pens are probably my very favorite pen right now, I love their black, I love their blue. Pentel Energel is a really close runner-up. I have my top favorite pens video, which I will link down below for you. It's my top 5 favorite planner pens. And so while Friction is not my favorite pen to write with because of the feel of it, it's just the erasability is so great when you write an event or a thing in your planner and it's not going to happen. I have scratch outs in my planner. I sure do. And I am not super crazy about it being neat, as you can tell, but being able to erase things does help so that it gets a little bit less chaotic looking. I'm not worried about it looking messy. I'm just worried about me being able to read it and see what's going on. So this is the week I'm in right now. As of Tuesday, you can kind of see how a week looks when I'm in it. And then this is next week. Sometimes I will have already have stuff written in the next week, but this week I don't. I haven't pre-planned any. Sometimes I put sticky notes on there to remember things that are coming up and already starting on like my monthly list when I think of things for June. And there's a few things written in here even further ahead. So when I think of things or there's birthdays and I know about them, I definitely do write them ahead. And I have done my washi tape a little bit ahead. So right now I'm in Passion Planner. Of course, there are things I would change about this planner. It is not perfect to me, but right now it is working really well for me. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't try and pull out 2 other planners during this time. There's no surprise here that in May, I pulled out my mom agenda and I decorated a few weeks. I love this Planner Perfect washi tape. I decorated a few weeks here and I started using it this week. But midweek, I was really like, you know what? I really miss some of the things about Passion Planner. I do love that this page is not as grayscale as Passion Planner and makes me feel happier. But at this point, I'm just really settled in Passion Planner. So I do like the way this page looks, and I can put my timed events on like little Erin Condren stickers, which makes them stand out. But I have also been liking circling my timed events and drawing it out to be able to see the blocks of time. I'm not time blocking my entire day, but for things outside of the house or bigger things, it is really nice to draw those boxes. And I have grown accustomed to also really liking the Today's Focus box up here. I don't love how they write Today's Focus on it because it adds more chaos to the page for me. And it's also telling you how to use the box, which I never like. But I love that box because it kind of makes me think of what is my one big thing for that day. Is it like an errand? Is it a doctor appointment? Is it filming? I do like the good things that happen this week because as the week goes on, it keeps my mind looking for good things. And then to go back at the end of the week and look over them is just a really nice practice. So while this page looks a lot cleaner to me and a lot prettier, I'm not making a switch right now. I do love those. Those are from the old Color Blends, I think is the name. I can't remember. Erin Condren Year, I tore those out of the planners when they were done. And the strawberries were from the Planner Perfect subscription box. I do have a whole Planner Perfect playlist and discount code. If you're new and you're like, what is this Planner Perfect? Start with the Planner Perfect 101 video. So that was my mom agenda little week going in there. And you guys know in my past videos, I used Mom Agenda for many months this year, and I really, really did love it. I could make this planner work as well as I could make Passion Planner work. It's really just like I'm used to Passion Planner now. This is what I've been in since the first week in February, and it's just easier to stay in it. The one other weekly planner that I pulled out and tried is the Laurel Denise Horizontal. Now, yes, I have used this planner before in the past for about 6 months for my weekly planning. So I know how I can make it work, but I also know it's not the right layout for me in my life right now. Like, it's not the best one. I could make it work. And I love so much about Laurel Denise, about the looks of her products, about the feel of them. I love her team and the content they put out, but I filled out this month and right off, I just knew in filling out a week, the way I used to use it, that I could make it work, but it's not going to work as easily for me as like the Passion Planner layout or the Mom Agenda layout. And there is a lot I love about this planner and the big monthly list section and the Laurel Denise stickers with the pops of colors. And there has nary been a month, I think April was the only month I didn't fill out anything in here. So I am always pulled every month, it seems like, to try out this planner in some way. Because I looked back through here and I was like, wow, I tried it out every month but April. So I obviously am feeling a great pull to the Laurel Denise, but it's just not the best for me right now. Speaking of Laurel Denise, I even pulled out her dated project planner that I have. And you'll see, it wasn't just 1 month that I tried in here. You'll see I did something for February. So every month I'm also feeling the pull to fill this out. I was obviously trying to see if I wanted to do her weekly inserts in the project planner because it has the bigger squares. And now I find that whether Saturday and Sunday are together over here, or if I have Saturday and Sunday here, I really like to block out the weekend so I know which one I'm using, because I have gone back and forth with the Laurel Denise one, and that way it helps my brain. But I do love that they sell these inserts that work so well if you want to stick weekly inserts into the project planner. These inserts are genius, you guys. And then you have your project planning. But I have full reviews under my Laurel Denise playlist. That's just not working for me right now for my needs either, but I obviously love it so much and keep pulling it out. And since we were talking about Mom Agenda and Laurel Denise, I thought I would share this. Someone in my community pointed this out to me and I was like, whoa, okay, mind blown. In the Mom Agenda Coil Bound Planner, which I have a full review on, the Laurel Denise inserts fit perfectly. And I don't have them, but she makes just lined inserts. And so what this person was talking about was you could pop a lined insert in here, kind of like as your daily, or for the days you need more lists, or just for the week you need more lists. You could get just the Laurel Denise lined inserts, pop one in here, and it goes perfectly in your Mom Agenda. That is an amazing hack right there. I haven't even shared it on Instagram yet. Hopefully I will remember to share it before this video comes out, but if not, it will be here. And I do have a discount code to Laurel Denise and to Mom Agenda. And if you're ever thinking of picking up any products from my videos and you're not already supporting another creator, consider using my affiliate link when you purchase. That is the greatest way that you can support me in keeping this channel content going. And it only takes a couple seconds to click through my link instead of just typing in the website to Google. Okay, so we've been through my weekly planner. This is my content planner. I can't flip through all the months and show you, but I looked over this month and I was like, I think I can show you this month. So I've been using the Laurel Denise for my content planner since I think about September of 2023. And it works perfectly because I can see the whole month at a view in my videos, but then I can also see what I'm wanting to post on Instagram in the weekly view along with that at the same time. For so long, I used the monthly views on a clipboard for just my YouTube videos, and I used my Instagram stuff in a golden coil in just a weekly view. But this combines them both and really is so helpful for me in the content realm. So if you are a content creator, I think there are all different ways to use the Laurel Denise Planner, but for me, it works in just this simple way. I'm only on YouTube and Instagram, and to be able to see my videos and the big things, and also to see what I'm planning to do on Instagram that day, coordinating with the videos and the big things is so very helpful. Here are some previous weeks this month. And at least I get my Laurel Denise fix in one planner, right? That works for me. So this one works great. I want to show you guys how I do my long-term YouTube video planning. So I'll pop in a video here of my foam board in my office. Putting it all up in a foam board is actually pretty recent, the past like maybe 2-3 3 months at the most. I used to pop all these calendars on a clipboard, and when they were on a clipboard, they were really easy for me to flip through every month like this and move things around also. But right now I am seeing benefit in seeing long-term, like all the months laid out together on the wall. So I'm going to try this foam board out for a while, but the basis of my system is a plain calendar, and I use little sticky notes. In the past, before Moxie Life came out with these, I always just bought this size off Amazon. I think it's 1.5. It's 1.5 by 2 inches. For years, I cut these into thirds for my video planning. This is the first year that I've had the Moxie Life ones, and they're working great because they fit right on here in a square. You can color code anything that you want, and this way I can see where my videos are landing and I can move things around as much as I need to. I've always used sticky notes for this planning. Now, I've always bought this digital download, not this one, the one that's up on my foam board, off of Etsy, because I loved the clean look of it. All the freebies that you can find of monthly layouts online all have a lot of gunk on them. Advertising, they're not pretty, they're not clean looking, they're not aesthetically pleasing, they're not great fonts. I actually started out using those years ago, and I did not even think of looking on Etsy. And then I don't know what spurred my brain, and I looked on Etsy and I found some that I liked, and so I bought the digital download every year. So Pierce is my video editor and my 20-year-old son who is in college, and we are going to do some digital downloads, and this is our first one. So we have designed the rest of 2024. So if you want to purchase this digital download for anything and you don't want to wait till 2025, we do have 2025 ready, but if you want to get started right now, we did put up June through December of 2024. I love how we did the little month up top. I like seeing the number of the month as well as the name and the year there so that you can always make sure you're on track and not mix up your years, because I keep all my YouTube calendars from previous years, and sometimes I look back on them for things. The way that we are splitting weekend days when there's more than the 5 weeks needed is by a line right in the middle there, so that it's easier to still write an event. Or if you need to put a sticky note on there, you would just have to cut it a little bit short. The ones that go into thirds would actually fit better on those, but there are not very many of those half days. And once you purchase the digital download, of course, you can print a set for yourself. You can print a set for your teenage child to keep track of their Invisalign or their homework assignments. You can print a set to put on your refrigerator for meal planning so everybody can know what meals are coming up, or for family activities or sports that are going on, for everybody to be able to flip and view what's coming up. It would also be a great wellness calendar to track things out on. I've used these for that too before. I love just being able to have this printout every single year, not just for my YouTube planning, but the fact that once you purchase the PDF, like I said, you can print it out as many times as you want during the year. We just printed this on our home Epson printer, and it prints out great. So you don't need any special printer. You can buy as thick a paper as you want. This is just a normal, decent printing paper, so you don't need anything special. This is the first time I am sharing this first digital download product. And also when you purchase this, you can know that you are supporting a college kiddo trying to pay for his own way. We will be coming out with many other digital downloads, so keep a look on our Etsy store, and I will also be sharing them as they come out on Instagram. Right now, the way I'm securing these to the foam board is just with painter's tape. You probably saw 1 month removed up there, and you saw the green painter's tape in the video. I have moved them around a couple times, so mine up there got quite crumpled up because I wasn't sure if I wanted to go vertically or horizontally with my months. Like I said, it's new. I'm still figuring it out. If you have other ideas how you would use a calendar download, I would love to hear them. Leave your ideas down in the comments so that we can all learn from you and get new ideas. But you guys, I almost forgot. I am using the Laurel Denise vertical for my wellness planner. Now, I did not start it until February, but I shared all about this in my Q1 planner stack video. I cannot show you the months in February through April because I recorded my weight on those months. But in May, I decided I was not going to record any weigh check-ins, and that way I could show you what I was doing here. Now, May, I am not as involved in color coding like I have in some of the other months because I just got home from picking up my son from college on the 1st. I hurt my hip. I jumped right back into doing videos, and it's been just a little bit crazy. So this week when I just got home midweek, I didn't do anything. Then I did hop right back in and I did record things. Maybe not quite as much on some of the days, but that doesn't really matter. What it's for is however it serves me best at the time. And right now I am recording my sleep, sometimes the big event of the day, because it kind of coordinates with how I'm feeling that day. Some days I will record what I ate, as you can see these days, but other days I don't do that. And then I usually record my movement down here at the bottom. Over here is just mainly my sleep and then my movement kind of in the second line, so I can easily just look over the whole month and see how that's going. And I was coordinating sleep days with a little color coding system, but I haven't gone in to color code these days yet, so I can easily look over the month. But I will probably do that. It's just did I get really bad sleep and I'm very tired, okay sleep, or really good sleep, 3 colors for that. So I can just look over the month and see how that's going. And then we are into this week right now, and same thing. I will reiterate my sleep up here sometimes, not always. And then a big event of the day, what I ate, and then my workout stuff down here. And we are only midweek right now. I have not generally been using this big section, which would be amazing for journaling, gratitudes, writing out certain things about how you felt or how certain days went. So I think this is a great space for so many things that you could record wellness-wise. I just haven't utilized it. I have utilized the monthly habit trackers 1 month, but I didn't keep up with them very well, so I haven't gone on with that. I keep this in my room, and I usually mark in it before I go to bed and then when I wake up, with my wake up time. But these would be great for any habits you want to track. I just do my year-long habit trackers, and I do that with my scripture study in the morning, and I'm only using 2 year-long habit trackers this year. Let me go grab them, because this is our big mid-year update where I show all my journals and more things than I share in the just quarterly updates. That way you can kind of watch the 2024 stack and then watch the mid-year update and really see the changes in 6 months. So in years past, I've used more than 2 yearly habit trackers, but yearly trackers to me are so helpful because I can look at the year as a whole and see all the drops in the bucket and how much they matter, and not just 1 week or 1 month. Monthly views are really great. So I do think monthly trackers are great because you can see a lot from that. But the habits that I want to keep going the whole year, I really do like to see the year as a whole. And that is my Move My Body. And I just have a color coding system for that, and my scripture reading. And so I usually switch monthly colors here, a color for every month. And that just helps me keep track of it. These yearly trackers are not available anymore. We are actually working on some digital downloads and opening an Etsy shop. And one of the digital downloads we are going to do is a yearly tracker. It's not going to look exactly like this because I have ideas about the way I want mine to look, but I am very excited about that. So stay tuned. If you've been here a while, then you guys know that I like to keep my monthly planner separate. I don't keep my monthly plans in my weekly planner because I don't like to flip. I need to see this out at all times, kind of like you would see a wall calendar. So my little monthly notebook planner is basically like a wall calendar, but way easier to flip and write on. I only use Friction Pen in this calendar. And you guys know I've used the Ashley Shelley monthly notebook calendar for many years before I even started doing a collab with her. Now I do this collab with her every year where I get to help choose the cover design and then choose all my monthly colors, which flow with the seasons here in the US. And it brings me so much joy. It's amazing, 80-pound paper. And right now, all my collabs are sold out. I believe even all of Ashley's monthly notebook planners are sold out. Don't quote me on that. You could go check. But my collab with Ashley Shelley will be coming out. She usually launches the first week of September. So keep your eyes open. I will definitely be sharing it with you when I can. I am so excited for the 2025 collab planner. This is the bigger size she has in 6x9. She also has a little bit smaller size in 5x8. And this was my first year to use the 6x9, and I actually love it. So it sits up on an acrylic easel on my desk. This one's from Erin Condren from years ago. They don't make it anymore, unfortunately, but I'm sure you can find an acrylic easel on Amazon. And that way it's like a wall calendar, but right in front of me, and I don't have to be flipping in my planner. So this is like my guiding light. All my big events also go on my iCal. Any timed appointment or doctor appointment goes in my iCal. So this is always a staple in my routine. All right, next up, daily planning. I have been using the Erin Condren Daily Duo. And it's been a while since I've stayed in a dated daily planner this long because I'm normally a notebook kind of gal for a daily planner. But I have been in here for quite a little bit and I actually really liked it. But that doesn't mean I didn't pull out a notebook just this very week to try. And I'm really excited about the new Daily Duo starting in July. You can watch all this in my Erin Condren launch video, but they bumped up the to-do list, so there's more room down here. There's not the wasted space of that little calendar. And so I probably will be back in the Daily Duo when that one starts in July. May is the only monthly color that I don't just love in Erin Condren, but I've still been in here a lot in May. And I'm not sure what prompted me to move to my little notebook for my weekly list just today. I mean, literally, this just happened. But something prompted me, and we'll see how long I remain in just a notebook. This is a Planner Perfect little notebook, which this is the perfect size for me and the perfect coil size. You guys know I love this size of a little notebook for my daily list. It just doesn't take up much space on my desk. You can use as many pages as you need per day. You can start over when you need to. I think I have used a notebook or a Planner Perfect plan book as my daily list. Here's the May one. More in the past 5 years than any dated daily planner. I know that for sure. And when I use a dated daily planner, it's usually always simplified, but I have really been feeling the EC Daily Duo lately, and especially with those changes. So that is where I am. I have been using my Planner Perfect monthly plan books for just my morning pages and morning journaling, sometimes even prayers. And so I haven't been really decorating it. I haven't been decorating it when I've been using it for that. I decorate it when I'm using it for my daily list. But when I'm just doing my morning journaling or prayers in it or morning pages, just whatever I do with my scripture study, then I don't decorate the pages. Although I have not started May because once again, getting home from picking up from my son for college. And then the day we got home, the Erin Condren teacher planner was sitting here and the video was supposed to come out the very next day. Of course, ours didn't come out on time. But what I'm saying is it's been a very fast and furious race since we got home. And I am finally now, just like 2 weeks later, feeling like I've got my breath and my bearings under me. So I'm not sure if I will start in this May book or if I will just wait for June to come because we're already like halfway through May. But that's what happens when you go on vacation, right? But I love my Planner Perfect plan books and journal box that comes every month. Like the beauty in these, I love them. And I might go back into using this for my daily. Who knows? Right now, I'm just feeling the notebook more. Takes up less space on my desk and I'm liking these more for journaling. All right, let's go over my journals really quickly and that will wrap up my mid-year stack. So Hobonichi Cousin, oh my goodness. As you guys know, I didn't even plan to use this book this year. This was a gift from my friend Tara. And I jumped right in. I've used Hobonichis before. I've used the Cousins. I've used the Weeks for more than 1 year. But I have really enjoyed using this as more like memory keeping and journaling this year. I love these pages with just the one thing a day. You can really look back over the months and see what's going on. I've loved picking a Planner Perfect sticker a month from the subscription box and sticking it in here. So we're up to May and I'm waiting for the June box to come. I just think that's a fun thing to look back over for the year. This is fun to look back over for the year and writing one thing that happened each day for the first couple months. And then I just started writing events and something that happened. And as far as the weekly pages, I started out the year when we were in Utah actually using it as a planner. I came home and some of the weeks are used as planning. Some are just used as just basically, recording what happened and memory keeping. But I have been in this book a lot this year. Oh, I love that tape. That is from the washytapeshop.com, I think. That just adds so much to that page. I have a ongoing 10% off code with them. Check down in the description. You can use over and over. They have so many gorgeous washi tapes. So that is the state of the Hobonichi Cousin. And as far as most of the daily pages, most of them have been used up too for all different things. For daily planning at times, for my daily list, for journaling, for just writing about things that happened, for a weekly list, just all different things have been written in here. You guys, there are some blank pages and there are a lot of used pages. So I've really had fun with the Hobonichi Cousin this year and plan to continue just for memory keeping and whatever I want to do in it. This has been my prayer journal for a long time, and I'm actually almost done with the Stalogy. I talked about, yes, I've been using the Planner Perfect some for my prayers now, but I really want to kind of jump back in and finish the Stalogy. You know what it feels like when you're so very close to the end of a book and the rest is all filled up. So I think I might jump out of the Planner Perfect to finish this book up and then jump back in. You guys, I love Katie Daisy. I really do. I've used her for so many years, but I have not stayed in her consistently this year. It's been off and on, as you can see from the writing in there. But I'm not giving up on it because I love this cute little planner, of which basically I just use usually for a gratitude journal, writing a gratitude from the day, or wins from the day. So I recommitted this week because as of being out of town, I haven't used it in quite a while. And I recommitted to jump back in this week. Her artwork is amazing. Her new one just came out for pre-order, but this one is still available on Amazon to finish out 2024. I will link those down below for you and try to remember to put them in my Amazon store too. I mean, look at that cute patchwork quilt. If you need just a little daily journal and you enjoy Katie Daisy's nature artwork, which I do immensely. Look at that November. I mean, you guys, this little book is something like only $15. And if you were to buy it, it's just worth it for the beautiful artwork. The artwork itself makes me happy. And if you fill it up with good things, whether you want to write the gratitudes, the wins, a scripture a day, a quote a day, it is a beautiful little keepsake. And this is my 5-year journal from Unbound. Yes, my ribbon came out after 5 years, but I'm still using it this way. And this is my 5th year in this journal. I'll go a tiny bit into 2025 because I started it in February. I'm not afraid to start things at not, the precise time. So this was started in February. It will end in 2025 February. This is my second 5-year journal to do in a row. I actually think after this 5-year, I am going to give myself a break from 5-year journals. But it has been a really fun process. And this one is actually like the good things, how I've seen the Lord's hand in my life that day. The last 5-year journal that I did was more just about like events of our family and the high and low temperature of the day and like what happened that day. And so I do every other day in a blue, black ink. I mean, every other year. So it's easy to see on the page. Divide out the years. And I have a comparison video of this Unbound 5-year journal with the Leuchtturm 5-year journal because that was the one I used before this one. So if you're interested in a 5-year journal and you want to see my comparison video of the two I've used, we'll link that up too. That wraps up my mid-year planner update. I would love to hear what planner you're in right now mid-year. What is your main squeeze planner? Like my passion planner is my main squeeze. Or what is your favorite journal right now? I would love to know what you are loving mid-year. Leave it down below in the comments so we can all read it. I'm sure we'll get to know some new planners and journals this way. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.